What is going on, casuals? Today, I have less of a hate post. I have less of a hate post this time, and I have more of an info. Ian Machado Garry versus Islam Makhachev for the World Welterweight Championship happening in Philadelphia in August. This is a huge fight. And I'm gonna have some hot takes in a bit, but I just wanted to go over my thoughts on this. First of all, I think this is the right fight to make. I know there was three possible options. Uh, People were saying that Michael Morales was posting like it could be him. Uh, Carlos Prates obviously was in the mix at this point because he's now number 2 ranked. I mean, you have guys like Sean Brady coming off a win. There were a lot of people in contention for it. I don't think Sean Brady was. But Ian Garry, Michael Morales, Carlos Prates, all those people were being talked about. And now it's confirmed Ian Garry. I think this is the right matchup. I think Ian Garry is the most deserving. I mean, he has a win over what is now the number 2 guy, Carlos Prates. And it was like it was like a little over a year ago only. So it's aged that well already. Um, I think this is a great fight. I think this is going to be a lot closer than most people think now. I think before I probably would have said, well, Islam's probably just going to smudge him, but now I don't know. I thought Islam was just going to smudge or not really. I thought Chimaev was just going to smudge and submit Strickland. I thought that Ilya was going to just slump Gaethje. I mean, what other big upsets have there been this year? There have been some pretty big betting odd upsets. I think Ian Garry could get this done, and I think if the odds are more than -3, I think if the odds are minus more than 250 for Islam, then I think it's gonna be. I think Ian Garry. I think the mythicalness of this year and a bit of a curse is gonna come into play, and Ian Garry is gonna activate his fucking evil powers, and he's gonna become champion. What else? Oh yeah. First of all, let me just say, I'm gonna pick Ian Garry. I'm going to pick Ian Garry. I think the entire time through this year, I was kind of thinking, oh well, Carlos Prates probably gets smoked. Michael maybe has a chance. I think Ian Garry, he defended takedowns off Bilal, but he'll get smudged. After this year, I think Ian Garry is going to win. I think he is going to, for some like insane. I think he's gonna somehow like stuff the takedowns. He's gonna pop his jab, piece up Islam. He's gonna outstrike him. Uh, I feel like just at randomly at some point he's just gonna get top position. I have a real gut feeling that Ian Garry is gonna be the guy to get it done. I don't even like Ian Garry, but for some reason, I think Ian Garry is gonna be the guy to get it done. I mean, he's got sick striking. He's dynamic. He's got a lot of tools in his kit. He can grapple pretty well. Uh, he's got knees up. He's got his own knees up the middle. He can box pretty well. He can box great. He's got great kicks at all levels. I don't think Islam Makhachev is going to be able to just throw the kicks against like he did against JDM. I think this is going to be a great fight. And I think Ian Garry is going to get it done. I don't know why. I think he's going to get it done. Just based off of this year, I just don't. I just see him getting it done. Moving on. Yay. Mackenzie Dern versus Jillian Robertson. Are we? Hey guys, aren't we all super excited for this one? Hey, we're all so excited for this one. Am I right? Hey, look at this. Look at this. Everyone's so excited for this one. No one gives a shit. I think this is stupid. I think this should be a fight night main event, crowded fight night main event. I think if you wanted to put it on a pay per view, then it should have been Dern versus what? Dern versus Wei Lee. That maybe would have been worth it, but Dern versus Robertson, kind of a stupid fight. No one really cares for it. No, I don't think anyone is gonna ever care for it. Um, I mean, I think if you're gonna do this on anything, maybe like a Brazil main event, a Brazil fight night would have been sick. If you put Mackenzie Dern versus Jillian Robertson on a Brazil fight night main event, that might have been pretty sick. I just don't really give a fuck. And I don't blame anyone else if they don't give a fuck. No one cares about Mackenzie Dern. No one actually thinks she's an enjoyable fighter to watch. I'm sorry, I don't give a shit. But Ian Garry versus Islam Makhachev, sick fight. Sick fight. I hope this doesn't become just a top heavy card. Moving on. Uh, that's right. Caio Bralho. This was a couple of weeks ago. Out of his supposed rumored fight with Joe Pyfer. I think what this means is that Joe Pyfer is going to be on the card. And if Joe Pyfer is on the card, that's going to be sick. That's going to add a lot of value to this card. I think Joe Pyfer and Sean Brady on this card, and maybe we shoot Pat Sabatini in the head. No, not really. As in game, I think would make it a pretty sick card. I think you do Joe Pyfer and Sean Brady on this main card. They're going to talk some shit with Ian Garry. They don't like Ian Garry. I think it's a sick fight. If Caio Bralho's not available to do that, then I think for that you would have to do to fight Joe Pyfer. I mean, who would you put him against? You can't put him against Nasruddin Nimavov. He's probably getting the shot next. He deserves it. It's 100% what should be next. Joe Pyfer, how the fuck did he drop to number 7 in the rankings? Damn, who should he fight? Maybe you do Joe Pyfer versus like a Brendan Allen. Joe Pyfer, Brendan Allen. You could maybe book him against Anthony Hernandez, but Hernandez is probably still recovering. I like what that says at the bottom. Joe Pyfer versus RoboCop. I think that would be a sick fight. I think that's a fight that's guaranteed to end in a knockout. We all know RoboCop has crazy one-shot power. He's on a streak of, I think he has like the most knockouts in middleweight. Does he? I think he's tied for the most. Let me check that. Because I know he has a shit ton of knockouts. Middleweight. Striking. Oh, fights. It's probably this. Wins, finishes, KOs. Okay, he has 7 KOs and the most is 8. I think he's fucking sick. I think he could be. It's RoboCop. Come on, we know this could end in a knockout. I think this would be probably the fight to make, in my opinion. You know, Joe Pyfer, fun, powerful dude, got pretty good grappling, decent grappling, in my opinion. RoboCop, we know he's a good grappler, he's powerful striker. I think this would be a sick fight. I think you do that. I think you do Joe Pyfer versus RoboCop. That's what I think you do for that card, and that would add a lot. And then just going over the oh, didn't mean to do that. Uh do Sorry about that. Going over the last two fights announced for this card. They only have, I guess, those four fights announced, and then the rumor of Joe Pyfer, and then maybe the likelihood of Sean Brady being on it with Joe Pyfer. Um, Holy shit. So I have to yawn. Tresean Gore, Vicente Luque, and Ribovics versus Barbosa. Pretty good prelims. I mean, I hope that's not. I hope this is not the extent to what the good fights in the card are going to be. I guess my quick thoughts on this is Tresean Gore versus Vicente Luque. Pretty good fight, honestly. Both of these guys are coming off of pretty big underdog wins in fights they weren't really expected to win. Gore beat Makhachev, Luque beat Gastelum. Pretty good wins for both of them. And then you have Ribovics versus Edson Barbosa. Uh, this is fucked up. Barbosa's old. Ribovics is probably going to beat the shit out of him. Everyone knows Esteban Ribovics. Everyone likes Esteban Ribovics. Fun fighter. He always comes to scrap. Yeah. I think they're probably going to start rolling out and announcing the fights for these guys soon. Rolling them out soon. Going to give my predictions and breakdowns on this soon. Probably tomorrow or Friday. Uh, Great fights. Sick events. Uh, I think personally that Ian Gary's gonna pull it off, but who knows? Who knows? I think I want to pick Islam, but after everything that's happened this year, something is telling me to just not. But that's my takes. That's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think of this matchup down below, and yeah, see y'all later. Peace.